Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's kind of weird. We went from, the delay of season 2's launch in that sort of time period there in season 1 where everything was just dragging on. It was very much so a dead period for the game. No updates were going out, no content was dropping. We were all just waiting for season 2, and now in the couple of days that season 2 has been out, we've seen updates on updates on updates, because yesterday we of course talked about a new mini update that went live just after season 2 dropped that fixed a handful of things. And then like 2 hours after I posted that video going over the initial patch notes and some things that they were looking out for and investigating, they dropped another new update that included even more patch notes. For the most part, it covered some of the things that I was previewing yesterday, so I feel like I kind of had the patch notes before the patch notes, if you will. But we also saw a few additional changes go live, and Raven and Infinity Ward have posted even more updates and previews into what's going to be updated here soon. Can we get an update word count by the end of this video? Because it seems like I've already said it about 9,000 times here. But let's start first with the February 16th update patch notes that, like I said, went out just yesterday afternoon. There's a few recognizable things here if you caught yesterday's initial video. So for bug fixes here for global issues, this means between MW2, Warzone 2, and DMZ, they fixed several issues causing crashes on game clients start as they continue to further prioritize fixes. So there was obviously a huge issue yesterday that I mentioned where certain players, certain Activision profiles could not get into certain elements of the game. Some players couldn't get into multiplayer, some players couldn't get into DMZ. For the most part, it seemed like players could not get into the Battle Royale tab on the menu. If you tried to click on it, your game would just crash after like 5 seconds. So they did go through and fix that. Everyone that I personally know that wasn't able to play the game because of this bug is now able to play. So hopefully there's no further menu crashing issues there. They also fixed an issue that prevented the Battle Pass tokens from rolling over in Season 1. They weren't appearing on the UI if you had tokens left over. So those should now be there if you had any Vault Edition tokens saved for that. They fixed an issue causing view distortion with the Riot Shield. This was the like 60 FOV glitch where if you use the Riot Shield, it was super zoomed in. You don't have to worry about that anymore. This is actually a new one that we didn't preview yesterday. They fixed an issue where mouse and keyboard players could not remove certain blueprint attachments in the gunsmith. Kind of a niche update there and a niche problem, but nonetheless, that's now been fixed and updated. They fixed an issue that caused visual misalignment when previewing some weapons just on the menu and whatnot. Then also another visual issue that caused misalignment when using a kill streak tablet or a heartbeat sensor, where that was also like super zoomed in for some reason. So there were a lot of FOV bugs going on. I think there is still one like where in the pregame lobby it forces everyone to like 90 FOV, but then it fixes itself for the actual match. So at least it's not, game breaking throughout the entire game. It's just the pregame lobby countdown. But regardless, a couple of global fixes there. We also have some Warzone 2 specific updates via this patch as well. They fixed an issue that caused players to lose the ability to move after reviving a downed member. We talked about this one yesterday and said that they were investigating it. So very glad that that one's now been fixed because it was a pretty, large and apparent issue there. They also fixed an issue that prevented armor plates from automatically filling the active loadout slot until the player manually equipped the first one. So this was not one that was in the initial Trello talk yesterday. Basically, if you went through and picked up plates off the ground, it would automatically put them into your inventory, even if you were like 1.5 plates full and you needed armor desperately. It wouldn't automatically go into your armor carrying spot that you could just quickly press the keybind for it and start putting on plates. You'd have to go into your inventory submenu and then equip the plates from there. So now it's just automatically going there so you can start equipping armor right away. That's definitely a big W for a fix there because that was very annoying to run into. And then finally here for this sort of recap update, they fixed an issue in DMZ where players were holding invisible weapons when no weapon was actually equipped. So no more weird visual bug with that. A lot of visual issues it seems like with this patch from season 2, but at least they're seems like fixing things relatively quickly. Like I said at the start, we also have a few other updates from Raven and Infinity Ward via their Twitter channels. So as we get into this part of the conversation, just a quick reminder, if you guys are new here, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD, whether it's news and updates and patch notes like this, or if it's tips to help you guys improve loadouts, class setups, everything like that is here every single day. So feel free to hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications, and join us ultimately on the road to 1 million subs. And if you guys enjoy the video, let me know by dropping a like on it as well. Would be seriously appreciated. Now, initially here on Raven's Twitter, this is like a sort of extra patch note, if you will. They did post out saying, earlier this morning, we released an update for Warzone 2 Resurgence to rectify an issue causing longer than usual wait times while searching for a match. There was a little issue for like the first, I don't know, 24 hours or so of Resurgence where you could be in a very long queue time and the match just would not fill up. Or if you did the play again button, it just would not queue you into a new match. So they have gone through and actually addressed that. So again, pretty good news for that. We then jump over to Infinity Ward's Twitter here, where they have previewed a couple of other smaller patch notes. They say in an additional update in comparison to the one that we just covered that was on the official patch note page, they fixed an issue in Infected where players could only get shotgun loadouts. So, if you were trying to rank up some shotguns or get some camo challenges done there, it was fantastic. But if you were anyone not trying to use a shotgun or maybe one of the Infected players, probably not a great experience. They also began the rollout of a fix yesterday to address persistent camo progression issues with polyatomic camo impacting a specific group of players. That process should be complete by the time that you guys are watching this video, basically, I would say. So if you were someone who after the update went out for season 2 still could not unlock and finish like polyatomic and Orion, it was saying 50 out of 51. The original patch notes said that they were updating that, but I guess it was more of a rollout update. So hopefully now by the time you're watching this video, that will be fixed. I've still seen some, stray comments here and there saying, hey, this certain gun, like for instance, let's say the P890 is stuck on some of these certain challenges. It says 3 out of 10, or, the SO14 is stuck on these. There's been no communication on that exactly, but they've gone through and said a lot of times now that they've fixed certain camo progression issues. So it might just start to be user specific problems like that crashing issue was at the start of the season as well. We'll have to wait and see, and hopefully we get some more communication there. Then finally, Infinity Ward did post one quick investigating update here. They said that they are investigating reports of unusual AI combatant behavior, including increased damage at range and large numbers of reinforcements in DMZ. Basically, what they're saying here is that even though the patch notes said they nerfed the bots got even better. This is especially true on Al Mazrah, and then also just, on Ashika Island as well. The bots are very good right now. Kind of difficult to run into, whether they are tracing you from super far away or there's just a large number of them and it's a bit overwhelming. The bots definitely did not get nerfed. So they are now officially aware of that and they are investigating a fix for that. Hopefully we see that here in the coming days. Of course, as we see any new updates go out with patch notes or, updates over on Twitter, I'll be sure to keep you guys updated like I always do. So stick it here for that alongside everything else going on in the world of Call of Duty. Make sure you guys are subscribed with those noties turned on. And if you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. But that is going to wrap things up for today. As always, if you want to check out any of my partners, be sure to use code IMMORTAL for a discount on all Scuff, G Fuel, Gamer Advantage, and Control Freak products. And the links for all those can be found down in the description below. But once again, thank you so much for tuning in. And until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.